walk back, okay? Now I don't want to walk back and pull on it because then it's going to start to fly away. I just want to go back to just a little bit of line tension. Spread the risers apart, untangle them, or untwist them I should say. Spread them apart. Notice how I hold these risers, okay? I like to stick my hand inside of the cut of them and spread my fingers, because when I go here, I can kind of open the riser up a little bit more. If I'm holding like this, it's kind of tough. Plus when I do this, I can kind of shake on it a little more and just tells me a little bit more, okay? If I'm ever not really sure on what's going on, just a little bit of shaking can usually clear stuff, free stuff, and open up the lines. This side looks good. This side has a twist in it, so let's just go one of these. Double check those A's. See how I just shook that brake line off of it?
Yep.
Double check brakes. I don't really tug too much, but I just like to pull on them a bit. Take the two tips, bring them to me, flip them 180 degrees to the right, clockwise. See that? Just the tips. You don't need to do the whole risers, okay? Just the tips. 180 degrees to the right. Then hook in. Carabiners facing out. Hook in. Carabiners facing out. Hook in. Boom. How do you get your brakes?
Go to the checkpoints.
Carabiner to checkpoint 1. Right, carabiner out to the checkpoint 1, which is your trim. Down to brake. Pop it off. Carabiner down to checkpoint 1, which is your trim. Down to brake. Pop it off. Now, how do you grab your Ace? Grab riser, move it out of the way, grab A, go above line, grab A. That one's really hard. That one takes a while.
It's a little weird.
That one takes a while, okay? Now let's get this wing up.
Wow.
Okay, now you guys have all done this, right?
Yeah.
How does it work, right? Pretty simple. Falls to the right, you pull right. Falls left, you pull left. Well, there's a few things you should know. Number 1, never stop. If you hear that wing, you yank way too hard, way too fast. I like smooth brake corrections. I'll tell you why it's going all over the place here in just a second. I like smooth brake corrections. Smoothly apply brake. Smooth into left, hold. Smooth into right, hold, okay? Also, never pump. There's no reason to pump. Pumping kills airflow. Don't pump. Apply and hold, okay? Now, as it falls down to the side, right, as it falls left, I like to shift my whole body. Notice my chest is forward in the riser. My butt is back. My legs and body are facing the wingtip. Kind of walk that way, good. Never do this, man. This is a very unstable platform. You get in this habit, you're yanking and pulling around, okay? Chest forward, butt back, legs under you. Nice. And I like to have my chest kind of squared off to where the wing is going. See, the wing's going this way, chest is kind of squared off to it. Okay? Pretty simple. Now, what usually happens is as that wing comes down, you get all confused on what to do. You panic, yank, and you just stop. Run backwards. This, mix it all up in your mind. Relax. Usually the number one thing that's happening is you're just panicking. And as you panic, as you freak out, as you get confused, your mind freezes, you forget what to do. Relax the body, relax the mind. Wing goes left, slight shoulder dip. Notice the slight shoulder dip. I've been telling you guys, just slightly dip the shoulder. The butt's gotta go out away from it, shoulder's gotta go down. Gotta go that direction, okay? Now let's talk about walking. Which way do you walk?
Under.
Yes. Do you walk directly under? No. If I just went this way, look at that wing, it just unloaded. Okay? You never want to run just directly under the wing. You want to run into the wind and the way the wing is falling. This way. Boom. If it's falling this way, you want to run under and into the wing. So at an angle this way. Boom. Okay? Let's say that wing's coming down and you're pulling that brake and it's still not coming up, right? Well, if it's still not coming up and you're getting heavy and heavy and heavy in the brakes, you need to add the walk. All right? I like to see you do as little as possible. So if you can make the correction with just the brake, great. Barely add walk if needed. Barely add lean if needed. Do as little effort as possible, as little correction as possible. There's no reason to see you like running around, right? I'm not sprinting around the whole field. I'm barely moving as I need to, and look how little I'm walking, right? Very little baby steps. Another thing, when you go to walk, act like there's a glass of water full to the brim on the top of your head, and don't spill it, right? There's no bouncing. Look what happens to the wing when you bounce. Okay? See how it starts to fall? You're killing its airflow, killing its energy, you're killing the air in the wing. You have to glide across the ground. Just glide across the ground. Smooth, consistent loading. See how this brake isn't doing it? I have to add the walk. Sometimes you just can't pull enough brake to recover, and you've got to add a bit of walking. Sometimes you don't need brake. Okay? Now let's talk about forwards. All right? Earlier, you guys were all running like this. Well, notice what's happening to me when I'm running like this. I'm getting pulled backwards. All right, I'm standing straight up, getting pulled backwards, losing control. It's all over the place. You have to load that chest strap. You have to get into the chest strap and pull it tight. Keep the sucker loaded. Lean forward, head down. Am I looking at it? No. Where do I look? At a wingtip. At a wingtip. I'm not looking straight up.
Okay.
Okay? Because let me try and run with me while I'm looking straight up. I can't do it. Head down, I can do it. Okay? Fantastic. You guys want to know why the wind is all over the place? There's this thing called wake and rotor. You know what's upwind of me?
All of this.
All of that. I got gnarly rotor from that. So let's go to the side of them. Whoa.
I like how you can keep the wing up while going through everything. The woman, don't do this, but still stays up because it's not good.
I only have a couple tens of thousands of hours, you know.
A little faster.
It is nasty air, that's for sure. Whee!
Go off.
Oh, you don't want to see me do a backflip, man?
Yeah.
Do it.
Alright.
Now you can go off.
It is gnarly air, man.
Yeah, that was pretty stylish.